Howdy My Sassy Gals, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name's Lydia. Hey, if you stay a while, it is a Vlogmas day 15. It is December 15th. And I have a special little thing that I'm going to do today. I am going to show you an absolutely wonderful, wonderful interactive book that I am vlogging for the Albion ScriptWorks company. In Second Life. They're absolutely wonderful, and I'm super excited about this book and everything. That's why I'm dressed as Belle today, because Belle loves books. I love books. I love any kind of book in Second Life, real life, on the internet, whatever. However you choose to read. I personally prefer a in my hands book, but if the only way I can read a book is online or through Second Life, I enjoy it. But this book is an interactive book. It means it takes the work out of loading textures, having to read it out loud, things like that. Now that doesn't bother me, but it makes it just a little bit easier. And there's another little special thing that comes with this book. If you buy the combo pack, you get not only the book that is down here, because I didn't put it in my shot, the book you see down here on the ground, which I'll go through that in a minute, but you get this little special thing that I want to show you. You see this little HUD on my screen. Now the story that I'm going to be sharing with you today is Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel, we all know, when they were dropped off in the woods, Hansel started dropping breadcrumbs on the ground, and all the little birds started eating it. Well, if you buy the combo pack of this book, it comes with a walker that drops breadcrumbs. I didn't adjust it, but it's okay. See, it drops little breadcrumbs and they're cute. Isn't that the cutest? It's so cute. Now, that HUD that you see down there on the corner that says Hansel and Gretel, that is the HUD for the walker. I can bring up the menu here, and I'm going to open up my chat here so you guys can see it. You can turn the breadcrumbs on and off. You can turn the birds on and off. You can change the color of the birds. So if you don't want them this color that they're doing now, I think they're doing like a rainbow switch color. You can change the color of the birds. You can show hide birds. So it'll show me. So like I can take this and edit it on my body and drag it down while you guys are watching. It is fully editable, and you can change it so maybe it looks like it's coming from your feet, or you can move it up and make it look it's coming from your hands if you wish. I prefer it coming from my feet because I think it works just a little bit better that way. So, okay. Now you're not going to always see that because it tells me right there in that text, and that beautiful little text, and it didn't. AO was being keen. Okay, there we go. In that beautiful text that's right there above it, it tells me I can show hide in the menu, and that is this button right here. Then we also have a guide here to kind of help us with stuff. So let's see if it looks any better now that I've actually got it. There we go. Now we actually got it on the ground. So see, I'm dropping little breadcrumbs, and all these little birdies are coming to eat them. Oh no, now I won't be able to find my way home. Although, yeah, I'll be able to find my way home because I know my way home. Here, at least. I'm not out in the middle of the woods, it's just my front yard. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that cute? I love that. Now, this was at, I believe, their first release. Was that, now, let me backtrack just a little bit. The first release of this was at the Enchantment. The Enchantment event is over. I will have the links for everything down in my description below. Let me remove this. And all of that. So everything that you need to know should be down in my description below. If you have any questions, though, feel free to ask me in my comments, or let me line back up so we can see the new birdies. It's so cute. I've never seen a book that's come with something like that. It is amazing, and I love it. It's so cute. And it's not laggy by any means at all. They're temporary, so they do go away. And very, very cute, very detailed. I like it. I really like it. Alright, we're going to check out the book. And let's see how it works. You click on it. You have res, derez, play, pause, stop, previous and next, chat, voice, and credits. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do play. And let's see what happens. Now, I have not checked it out beyond this, so you guys are checking it out for the first time with me. All the IMs that I have in my inbox. Near a forest lived a woodcutter and his wife, and his 2 children, Hansel and Gretel. They were a poor family with very little to eat. Let's see. Let's do voice. Oh, I bet. Nope, let's stop. I bet I know why it's not. I don't hear it. I have the sounds down. Alright. Good job, Miss Lydia. You don't know nothing about the second one. Let's try this again. We're going to start playing.
Near a forest lived a woodcutter, his wife, and 2 children, Hansel and Gretel. They were a poor family with very little to eat. One night, the woodcutter sighed heavily, saying to his wife, "What will become of us? We can't even feed our children. There's nothing left for ourselves." "Husband," answered the wife, "we'll take the children into the forest tomorrow and just leave them there. They'll never find their way home again." "No, wife," said the man, "I can't do that." And she replied, "Then we will all starve." And she left him no peace until he consented. The 2 children, not sleeping due to hungry bellies, overheard.
Okay, let's stop and start this again, because I didn't have all of it triggered correctly. So when you click res, it's going to res a texture above the book. It's going to open the book and do a texture. You're going to hit start again, and you're going to hear at full volume this time, because, you know, I can't preset up things because my brain doesn't work that way apparently. We've got it rezzed out now. Now we're going to play.
Near a forest lived a woodcutter, his wife, and 2 children, Hansel and Gretel. They were a poor family with very little to eat. One night, the woodcutter sighed heavily, saying to his wife, "What will become of us? We can't even feed our children. There's nothing left for ourselves." "Husband," answered the wife, "we'll take the children into the forest tomorrow and just leave them there. They'll never find their way home again." "No, wife," said the man, "I can't do that." And she replied, "Then we will all starve." And she left him no peace until he consented. The 2 children, not sleeping due to hungry bellies, overheard the adults, and Gretel wept bitterly, but Hansel consoled her and said he would devise a plan. At sunrise, the wife awakened the children, giving them each a piece of bread, and the family set off to the woods. Hansel crumbled the bread in his pocket, often stopping to throw a crumb on the ground. On reaching the middle of the forest, the father told the children to collect wood for a warm fire. Hansel and Gretel did so, and then they were told to lie down and rest while the parents collected and chopped up more wood. However, the parents left them and started homeward. Gretel shared her bread with Hansel, who had strewn his along the road earlier, and then they both fell asleep. Evening passed, and no one came for them. At dusk, they got up, but could not find any sign of the breadcrumbs, for the birds had come and eaten them. The children were determined, though, to find a way out, but as they walked on, they got more and more lost. deeper into the forest. They came upon a little house, built of bread, roofed with cakes, and a window of transparent sugar. And Hansel reached up and he broke off a bit of the roof to eat it, and Gretel stood by the window and gnawed at it. Then they heard a thin voice call out from inside, "Nibble, nibble, like a mouse. Who is this, nibbling at my house?" And suddenly the door opened. Hansel and Gretel were frightened, and they dropped what they had in their hands. And the old woman said, "Ha ha, my dear children, don't be frightened. Come, come." And she fed them and showed them 2 little beds where the kids could fall to sleep. The old woman, seeming kind, was actually a wicked witch, who lay in wait for the children, who she would lure inside, only to cook and devour them. This witch's eyes were red, and she didn't see well. However, she had a keen sense of smell, so when she knew that Hansel and Gretel were coming, she gave a spiteful laugh. "I have them, and they shall not escape me." The next morning, before the children awakened, she got up to observe them with their rosy cheeks, and she said to herself, "What a fine feast I shall have." And she grasped Hansel, leading him to the stable, and shutting him up behind a grating, and calling and screaming as he might, it was no good. And then she went back to Gretel and shook her, crying, "Get up, lazy bones, fetch water, and cook something nice for your brother. He is outside in the stable, and he's gonna be fattened up. And when he is fat enough, I'm gonna eat him." Gretel began to weep bitterly, but it was of no use. She had to obey, and so the best kind of victuals were cooked for poor Hansel, whilst Gretel got nothing but crab shells. "Now then, Gretel," cried the old witch to the little girl, "be quick, and draw us some water. Be Hansel fat, or be he lean, I must kill and cook him." And tears flowed down over Gretel's cheeks. "Tears will not save him," said the old woman. "First, we will do the baking," said the old woman. "I have heated the oven already." And so she pushed poor Gretel towards the oven, with flames shining and flickering from in. "Creep in," said the witch, "and see if it's properly hot, so that my bread may be baked." But Gretel perceived her intention and said, "I don't know how to do it. How shall I get in?" "You stupid goose," said the old woman, "I will show you." And she stooped down and put her head in the oven's mouth, and Gretel shoved her into the oven and shut the iron door upon her. Oh, how frightfully the witch howled, and Gretel ran away, leaving the wicked witch to burn miserably. Gretel freed Hansel from the stable and cried, "Hansel, we are free, and the old witch is dead." And how happy and relieved they both were. They went over all of the old witch's house, and there stood chests of pearls and precious stones in every corner. "Oh, we are saved from hunger, and we will never be poor again," said Hansel. And they both filled their pockets and started for home. They finally arrived home, seeing their father's house, and they rushed in the door and swooped their father up into a big hug. The man had not had a quiet hour since he left his children in the wood, and the wife, she was dead. When Gretel released her hold on her pockets, the pearls and precious stones scattered all over the room. Hansel took one handful after another out of his pockets as well. And from then onwards, it was all care, and they lived in great joy together.
Oh, wasn't that neat? So this last picture rose because it's not red. There we go. It shows everybody that was in the story. Isn't that neat? That's cool. And then you can hit derez and this will go away and the book will close. That's really neat. Then if you have a place where you can't do the audio, you can read it manually. So that's very, very cool. And that is only 2 land impact. That is so cool. I'm gonna do one more thing real quick before I end this video today. And we're gonna pop the credits and see what it says, I think, in local here. Did it not? Credits. Did it not show me? Well, it's not showing me. I know it's Albion ScriptWorks. Oh, there we go. There we go. There is the credits of everybody who helped. Father, mother, witch, photographer, set designer. It's everybody who was in the book, helped with the book. The outfits that they were wearing, if you want. If you like the outfits that they're wearing, maybe you want to use them for a role play, or you want to use them for a book of your own, a play of your own. There's the objects used in the setup. Well, this is neat. I didn't know this was that, but it shows you all the stuff that they used and everything. So if you're like, I wonder what that is, chances are it's probably in the credits here. So that is a very, very cool. I like that. I like that they did that. That they showed all of the stuff that they used, all of the people that they used. Now, the Andre Rain Lannister is the creator and owner. And then Anna is his wife, I believe. They both are Albions, I think, if I'm correct. No, Dennis Albion. Okay, there we go. Dennis Albion is the creator and the scripter and creator right there. Duh, if I can read. Hello. Oh, I clicked it again. Discard that one. Already have one. But that is Hansel and Gretel from Albion ScriptWorks, or ScriptWorks, excuse me. So, I hope you enjoyed that today. As always, go down to that little button down there that may be red and click it so it's not red anymore, and you subscribe to my channel. Click that little button to get all the notifications of when I upload. Like I said, everything that you need to know is going to be down in the description bar below, and if it's not down there and you'd like to ask it, feel free to contact me. And I'll catch you on the flip side. And stay merry, because that's what we do around here.